Thunderbolts came out this past weekend. I want to rank every single character from the worst to the best. Let me know your ranking in the comments down below, and this will be containing spoilers. Let's get into it. Starting it off with Bob, aka Sentry. I think he's actually great. The way that the Void is used, I would consider the Void, Sentry, and Bob to be all completely different characters, but that's what makes this character so interesting and have so much depth. And then we have Bucky. Now, overall in the MCU, I'd actually put him at best of the best, but for this movie, I'm going to put him at good just because the minimal time he does have, he is pretty impactful on the story. I also like that he is the OG trauma-driven MCU character now leading this new group of them. And then we have Ghost. She's gonna go in meh. I don't think she's bad just because she has enough screen time and enough connection to Florence Pugh and John Walker to actually have a little bit of depth. And then we have Red Guardian. Sadly, I'm also gonna put him at the top of meh. I think he has phenomenal moments and really elevates Yelena's character, but his humor just doesn't really work for me. On the other hand, people I saw this film with really enjoyed his character, but his humor just didn't work for me personally. But that scene between him and Yelena under the bridge leading into the final act of this film before she jumps into the Void is absolutely phenomenal. And then we have Taskmaster. She is going to go in bad. She got her shit packed. Next up, we have John Walker. He's going in best of the best. I think he was a pretty good character in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but the way his story evolves in this film, that one flashback we initially get with his family and his kid, and how that's expanded upon later in this film with understanding how lonely he actually is, this is the exact type of character that the Void aids in telling story for. And then we have Val. She's gonna go at the bottom of meh. I just don't really think she's an interesting villain. I think the Void is much more of an interesting villain. I think she's much more interesting when pairing herself with the Void, but I think the most interesting thing about her character is the whole The Boys subplot of like remaking an actual superhero, an artificial one. But she was basically just directing her assistant to press buttons on an iPad for 90% of this film. And then we have Yelena. She's going in best of the best. Florence Pugh is arguably the best actress in the MCU right now. I think Yelena is the better Black Widow, and she's only been in like 2 projects. Not only is Florence Pugh a phenomenal actress, but this character is just going through things that no other female character in the MCU has ever honestly had the luxury of going through. Like, it just proves how amazing the writing has gotten for female characters in the MCU thus far. Because man, looking back at Avengers, Black Widow was done dirty. Yelena's like top 3 MCU characters right now. Let me know your ranking for the Thunderbolts in the comments down below.